Hello everyone. In today's session you're going to see the chart of accounts and the conversion balances. Now this is the task 3 from this AAT manual, but obviously we're going to see in detail anyway. So what is chart of accounts? Now chart of accounts is a very popular thing because every single accounts we prepare we need some account charts. For example sales, for example bank, for example petty cash, for example revenue, all sort of things like every single business have. So the software already have some built-in chart of accounts, but obviously depends on the requirement. The organization will be able to create a new chart of accounts, and the VAT inclusive or exclusive they can basically set up based on the requirement. And the conversion balance is the balance we can say is opening balance. So when you move to the new software, obviously all the balance we have from the previous period, that will be the opening balance. For example, if we started our zero from 1st of June, that means 31st of May, up to that period all the balances we're going to move to the zero, so that will be treated as opening balance, and all of these balances moving from one period to another period, or maybe in the zero as a new balances, we called it conversion balances. So let's have a look what else we have here. The first one they are saying here, chart of accounts. Now the chart of accounts is quite common, as we said. This one will be absolutely built in. So how we can find it? They said choose the accounting drop down menu from the top navigator bar, select advanced and then chart of accounts. So if you click the chart of accounts, we'll be able to see the sales and the interest income, direct wages. So this is very common for every single organization, and that's why this is already there. But if I like to create a new account, I can always make. So you can see here we have a add account. So if you click here, that will allow us to create a new account. Then the next thing we're going to see from this note, that will be add bank account. How can we add a bank account into the zero? Now obviously, like if you select the country, for example if you select United Kingdom, the zero already knows how many banks we have in UK. Or if you select US, zero will automatically give you the list of the bank of United States. But for example, if you don't find the bank you have, and this bank is not on the list, you will be still able to add that bank account on the zero software. And the good thing on the zero is you will be able to connect your bank with the zero. That means like any transaction you do with the bank, it will be automatically linked with zero. But if you like to, if you think I will not do it, there is no issue, you don't have to. So you can upload the bank transaction into the zero, or you can link the bank feeds into the zero. So let's have a look. The next option we have, they are saying some action. They are asking to add a bank account, and they are saying make the bank name bank current account. So obviously there is no bank that called bank current account, but it's just example purpose. That means we can add any bank we like. Then account name, bank account, bank current account. So again, the account name I'm writing, normally the account name will be the company name obviously, but here we're writing the bank current account is just for the example purpose. The code, this is the general ledger code. So obviously every single chart of account we will create will enter a code. The reason we always enter the code is that will make our work really fast. For example, if I like to find the bank account, rather than typing bank current account, if I just type 100, that will appear very quickly. So that will save a lot of time, especially when you will be working in a practice or in accountancy firm. You will see they don't use the name, rather they use the number. So for example, if the manager asks you to check that balance, they will not tell you open this account, open that account. They will tell you, can you write the numbers? Account code is 120, 100, 200. So that's how you can quickly find. Then we're going to open another account, that will be the petty cash account. Now of course, like one company can have more than one bank account. Maybe they have a credit account, maybe they have a cash account, because sometimes the company pay from the bank and pay from the cash, and also sometimes the company can receive from the customer in bank, or maybe they paid by cash. So obviously like you have to have a bank current account and the petty cash account. On top of that, if the company have any credit card or anything, still you can add all of this here. Then the next thing we have here, how to create a new account. So for example, from the chart of account, if I like to open a new account, that will be the template. So account type, we can choose the account type. Then for example, the code, then account type is basically you have to tell, is it a revenue, is it expense, is it asset, what it is. Then you have to choose the code. Remember, the code has to be unique. So if already the software have any code, for example, here you can see like for the sales we have a 200, so we cannot use the same code because this will be unique, and this is the way we can find the account very quickly with using the unique code. Then we have a description, that's optional. Then we have a tax, so you can say is it a VAT inclusive, exclusive, what it is. So obviously you can select based on your organization requirement. And after that, we can see here the next step we have, they said add or update the following codes. So they're asking to update this following codes. So we have sales 201 code, and we sales to the north, then sales 202, sales 203. You can see there is a 3 sales. The reason is one company can have a different format of sales or different way of sales. For example, if you have a shops, maybe you sell on the shops and also you shops on the online, or maybe also you have another branch. So it is possible under the same company, the company revenue could be different. Then the VAT, 20% VAT on income, you can select that. So if the product or service is VAT exempted, you can choose the exempted or 0 rated or reduced rated. And the update, they are saying update 200 for the sales. So before the code was 201, and now the requirement here is change it to 200, and after that create all this code. So this is the new code we have to make on the chart of account. Alright, so there is more requirement here, and I think for the time being we'll do up to here, then we'll see the next task. So let's have a look what we have here. So let's open our XERO. So the first thing we're going to do, we need to look at the chart of account. To look at the chart of account, we have to click the accounting, and from the accounting we click the advance, and from the advance we're going to click or select chart of account. So once we click the chart of accounts, so the built-in chart and accounts already there with the XERO, we will be able to see that. So let's have a look. So this is the chart of accounts you already have here. So you can see here the chart of accounts. So we have sales, other revenue, interest income, cost of goods sold, direct wages. Now this is a very common, very common. So almost every company, they have all this accounts names. So obviously that's why the software already have it. But if you like to make one, we can always make one, add account. We can add the bank account from here, add a bank account. Also we can have a print PDF or import or export. So all this option will be able to see it. If I like to see only the asset, if I click the asset, I can see only the asset, for example bank, inventories. If I like to see the liability, for example the loans, for example the accruals, and the equity, so expense, revenue, all of this I can see separately, or I can see the all accounts. So our next step here is to add the bank account. So let's have a look at the bank account. So we click here at the bank account. You'll be able to add the bank account from here as well. If you click accounting and you see the bank account, if you click here, this is the same option will appear, and you'll be able to set up the bank account from there as well. So click the bank account, and as soon as we click the bank account here, so the new option will be appear, and it will tell us to how to set up a bank. Now the system already give us some information, the manual, what bank name we're going to use. So we're going to use that one, and obviously, like as I said, as soon as you open the bank, there will be a lot of the bank name will be appear here. But obviously, if you think this is not this is none of your business bank, so you can choose always one. So search for a bank. We're going to write here bank current account, bank current account, and obviously the system will tell me they don't find this bank on the system. So they search for this one, any name of the bank called bank current account, and they didn't find it. So they said like we couldn't find it, but we said yes, add it anyway. I like to go for that because I want to see even if the bank is not listed, can I still add the bank or not. So obviously like this take me this page, enter your bank account details. So I'm going to write the bank name, that will be bank current account, and on the account name I'm going to use the same one. Now the account name is name on the account, so it could be the director name if it is sole trader, or if it is the business name you can use the business name. Account type, the question said use the other, so you're going to say it's other, so it's not like a credit card or something. We're going to see the other. As soon as we click the other, then this option will come. We need to enter the sort code and the account number. So the sort code we have is 012345. The account number we have here 1234567 It's just example, and we choose the Great Britain pound here, so because we are in United Kingdom, so software understand as soon as we select the country, the software will automatically take the pound. So let's save it. Now if I save it, it will be added on our bank. So this is not very difficult. That's how we can add it. The bank, they said the bank account is added. Now obviously like if you like to add one more bank account, we can see, click here from the bank account, we can go from there as well, the way we did before, and after that we can add the bank. So you can say add a bank account, and on the bank account name this time we're going to add a cash account, so you're going to say the petty cash. Or if you have another bank account, or if you have the credit card, you can add anything the same way from here. So bank account, I'm going to say petty cash. So I'm saying my bank name is petty cash. They said they couldn't find anything, I said add it anyway. And once you added this one, so obviously it will ask me for the account name and the code, the account number, all of this. So bank name petty cash, then the account name we're going to say the same thing, and after we said other, it's not a credit card, we're going to type the sort code 54 32 and 10, and the account number is 87654321, and that's also my Great Britain pound, and we click save and it will be added. So that's how we can add the bank account, and after we can add the chart of account the way we like. So let's say for example, now I go back to my accounting, we go to advanced, and from there we're going to choose the chart of account, and the question said we have to make some changes. So let's have a look what changes we can make from there. So as soon as it is open, and we'll see the built-in chart of account that is there. So now we can see these two accounts is added here. One is petty cash and one is the bank current account. Now you can see there is no code here because it didn't enter any code, and we are in chart of account now. So let's say we open that, and we like to see what is the information here. So we said is a petty cash, and we have to enter a code. So the code, the question asking to enter here is a 100. So he said 100, and for the petty cash we're going to choose 110. I think you choose the wrong one, so let me change it. The petty cash is 110. So 110. It's just an example, remember, because I'm following this manual, that's why I'm choosing this code. Obviously you can choose any code you like, as soon as it is not matched with the other code, because if it is matched, as long as it is not matched, if it is matched with the other code, it's not going to be taken. It will say you already have one code. So for the bank I'm taking 100. All right, now the next one, they said change some code. So let's have a look, how can I change? So let's have a look the cells. The first one, they said change this one, the cells. So they said it was before 200, now I like to make 210. 201, sorry. So this is the one they want us to do, and they're asking on the name, make it sales to shop north. So I'm going to say sales to shop north, and the VAT will be 20% on income. So it's already here, so I'm happy with that. And they said 201 is available, so it's my revenue, it's my income, so that's it. Save. So this is the one if I change something, if I have already something built in but I like to change it. But on the other hand, if I like to create a new one, for example the next one for sales to shop south, I don't have any sales to shop south, so I have a two branch, maybe one is on the north and one is on the south. So for the north I already have built in, so I like to see what if I have another branch, I need to make another code because I want to see what is the sales for which branch. So I want to say add a new account, and from here I will choose is the revenue because it's my sales. Then after that the code they are saying use 202, and the software will tell me is it available or not, and it says it is available, so it's fine. So I'll write here sales to shops, but this time it will be south. Let's say another branch, and VAT 20% income, and that's my new one. So I have click save and it will be added here. So I can see I have a sales shop to north, I have a sales to south. Now I want to make another one, sales to online. So I'll choose the same thing, revenue, and I said the code will be this time 203, and the name sales online sales, and the VAT also 20%. So every time if I sell something, doesn't matter how we sell, if we are VAT registered we have to pay the VAT anyway. So after that we click save and this is done. So that's how they give us some more. So we need to make all this new code and the chart of accounts will be completed based on our requirement. So after that we're going to look at the conversion balances on our next lesson. So far now we understand how to add the bank account on the XERO and how to create the chart of account. So next lesson I'm going to show you how to add the conversion balances and how does it work. So thank you very much for watching. So hopefully we'll explain the conversion balances on the next lesson.